Have you been down there, Mayor? Have you had a chance?
Well, maybe a month or two ago when they were just setting up. So I haven't been in since they put all the furniture in. But I drive by quite a bit. I drove by this morning, actually.
There's people there, and they do lunch. They have the deli sandwiches.
Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think, and we'll probably talk about this with the mayor, but the development of town, to me, you see these towns in Kentucky like Bardstown, Danville, Augusta's a new one that I hadn't really. We're going to go this weekend to Augusta. That they made some list for most beautiful downtowns in the nation. But anyway, like to me, coming around that corner right before you go up Louisville Road, like whoever's responsible for that. With
Danny Strong.
But all the colorful houses, the one with the mural on the side, Porter's over there, like that's one of the neatest areas in town. Like they've done a great job over there. Just kind of you come around that corner, it's like look at that. It's just, it grabs your eye.
Yeah, he's done great, and we enjoy seeing the new businesses come in again with Porter's, and then there's the was it Frankfort Alchemy or something that's there right behind
Earth Alchemy, maybe. I think that's the. Sorry for mispronouncing that. But Danny would be happy to hear you say that.
I know.
No, and I think
I've taken the whole tour with him and
that,
seen the Airbnb stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
And then on the other side, when we're in the work, the Broadway Bridge is being rehabbed into a pedestrian and bicycle bridge, and that will hopefully help people better connect to downtown from that side, and it just goes to show that Frankfort is investment worthy, and people are willing to make really a lot of unprecedented private investment right now because of projects like this.
I think that's a perfect opportunity to go ahead and officially open up the mayor's moment.
Oh yeah. Let me tell you, you said something about riverfront development. Also in that area, they have built a dock down there where you can, and back behind there next to the Second Street School is a place where you can store kayaks and canoes. And so you can put in right there.
That's cool.
And they have like a little fire pit there. So that is some riverfront area that you can take advantage of.
Right, and that's what we want to encourage people, not just to come down to the river, but to get on the water in a safe way.
Yeah.
And plus they have a garden there that they coordinate with Second Street School. And a lot of the children get to work that, and with KSU's involved. So we commend Danny and his team for doing a lot of that work and having that vision. And they're working on other things there still.
It's been great too. You talk about getting on the river. I had the opportunity last night to ride on the Bourbon Bell, and that was so cool. And so again, that's another opportunity to get on the river for folks here in town. Nathan and Allison Deppenbrock, they have Canoe Kentucky and the Kentucky River Tours. Just all kinds of opportunities to get out and enjoy the Kentucky River.
They do a great job, and if people haven't booked that yet, I encourage them to do so because it really is a great tour. And I can see where people coming into Frankfort, that's one thing that should be on their bucket list. In Frankfort,
or people who live here, go check it out.
It's such we say it over and over, but it's such an inflection point of I feel like you've got all these talented people in town you've got the JSP crew and their committee that decide what murals are going to go up, and they're picking fantastic artists, and so you got that, and you got people like Danny and they got such a good design sense, and just a lot of people working, and Bill Cole's doing his thing downtown, and the Hardens.
Ben Harden, there at the Bourbon Library.
Just a lot of things
we had
hitting right at the same time.
John Sauer here the other day that's redone the Sauer building.
That's going to look fantastic. And then the Hotel St. Clair, which is in the old Marcus Furniture building. Have you seen the signage there?
They've already got the signs lit up. I drove by there last night. Is that open?
It's going to be amazing. I think there's going to be 15 rooms there.
Very cool.
And then the Bourbon Hotel the Bourbon themed hotel, the boutique hotel on Lower Broadway or Upper Broadway, however you want to say it.
Is that the one in the old warehouse?
Yes.
It's
and
you've
seen the work that they're doing there and the scaffolding. They're basically rebuilding that entire facade. So. All of these things, and then there's more. Wait, there's more. There's so many things going on. I think that in the next 2 years, right now, it's that again unprecedented investment. There's a lot of momentum. We're starting to see more people downtown on the weekends. The tourists are coming. Buffalo Trace is bringing in, a couple 100,000 more people than they did 2 years ago each year to Frankfort. So. It's exciting right now.
It is very exciting.
And I can imagine people seeing this sort of thing and being like, I wouldn't mind living here, and get some growth going.
Somebody, I heard a phrase this week. It's today's tourist is tomorrow's talent. Somebody that comes here, they think, oh, I could live here, and that's one of the things that we're interested in, is trying to recruit these remote workers as well. This is a good place to live and work, and it's a quality of lifestyle here that we've got an advantage over a lot of other communities.
Yeah.
And I'm the mayor. I'm going to say that.
Well, let me tell you, I read a really cute story on Facebook the other day of some friends that were eating downtown at Mi Fiesta, like for lunch. And there was a couple sitting next to them that were from England. And so one of my friend asked them, because they have an accent, they're like, "You're not from around here. Are you from Eastern Kentucky?" Ha ha. And they said no. They were here visiting. They were really on their way to Memphis, but just stopped because they were just kind of touring places on the way. And they talked about how cute our downtown was, how clean it is, and they said they felt like they were on a movie set.
Really?
Yeah.
We're cleanliness and friendliness. That's what we're focused on now.
And that just made me proud. I was like, well, good for us.
My wife works at a company in South Carolina. She's several people, 2 or 3 that work down there have just happened to come up here for bourbon tourism and some other things. And so both groups walked away from it saying it was just amazing, and we loved Frankfort, and it was really, and I think the one guy she works with, his wife said she wanted to move here, and so it really does. Like we got something special going with all these things.
Well, I'm excited to show it off this weekend. I have family coming in from St. Louis, and the last time they were here, we took them down. It was the Bourbon on Broadway, and they were like, "Wow." I was like, yeah, we do this all the time.
That's normal.
So they'll be here this weekend. I'm excited to take them downtown and show them all the new stuff that we have. So
with all these people coming, we are going to have our challenges, and we ask everybody to be patient. There's going to be housing right now, of course, is there's not a lot of inventory if you're looking, and that's something that we're working, and we need more housing. We need to be able to handle, and we need to be able to handle the tourists too. The lodging is coming, but it's still not there yet, and that's partly why we're seeing more of the short-term rentals. But I think once some of these new establishments open, that'll take it'll ease the pressure on that.
Yeah. Well, I personally want to thank you on behalf of the Frankfort Plant Board for you and the City Commission reappointing 2 of our board members.
Happy to do it.
John Snyder, Catherine Dutton-Mitchell. We see firsthand how hard they work and a lot of time that they put in to move some of our projects forward here at the Frankfort Plant Board, and we were just thrilled that they're going to be able to continue to serve because they've been great.
It's a big board, and I think they've done a great job, and of course the commission felt so as well, and we look forward to the next few years, and the board seems to be working well, and when there's no news, that's sometimes good news.
That's great news. We're just getting it done. We're
done.
Under the radar.
That's the way I feel like the City Commission's going too. We're checking off a lot of things. This week we did the last couple of meetings, we've done a couple of big things related to riverfront development that we're very excited about. We're continuing to work the downtown and parks master plans. I think those are the big things we're doing there, and those are starting to bear fruit, and people will see a lot of progress there. But then we're also focused on you can't just focus on the big things. You got to focus on the little things as well, and that's what I talked about earlier: the cleanliness and the friendliness. Just making sure that the city is presentable, making sure that we have a business-friendly environment, and making sure that we have a mindset of service and client service to those who live here and work here and have businesses here.
Well, an important part of all of this is we have all this going on, but an important part is that we're telling people about it.
Exactly. And we talked about that at our Monday night's meeting, telling Frankfort's story. That's one of the key pillars of our strategic plan, and we need to do a better job. Even still, we need to make sure that not only the people outside of Frankfort know the great things that are happening here, but the people that live here as well, and let people know what the positive things.
And there's work in progress. I know that our own Scott Stafford has been producing 30-second spots of the I2 and Kentucky Distilled, and I know he's put a lot of work into it. He's been working with Penny. Do you have anything to add on that?
I think they're going to be starting soon, right?
Okay.
And September is the start date. So
Okay.
people will start to see those rolling out, and we've got 6 in the can. So, but lots of faces people will recognize.
We had a
from
lot of
around
people
town.
come in the studio to take
Good.
part in those, so we're excited about.
I did one.
You
of those.
did.
You're
I
good
did
there.
one.
Yeah.
You did one.
No, the key is we're trying to just change that mindset, not necessarily change it, but let's have a more positive focus,
Yeah.
and because it's like there's always going to be something that we could focus on that could be a negative, but
Right.
the positive is overwhelming
Yeah.
the negative right now, and that's what we need to pay
Again.
attention to.
And that's why it's so important that we tell the story. We don't want to be Kentucky's best kept secret.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And if you're locked in your house, I mean, if you can't see reason for positivity, then you haven't been out lately.
Yeah.
Right.
Or you're not watching our show.
Frankfort's a
Yeah.
city on the move, and
Yeah.
Well, is there anything else you want to talk about?
that's a
You got any
big- the big
dish for
thing.
us?
Oh, we're preparing for the rest of. Oh, there's plenty of that.
Let it
We
out.
should do a different show.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
yeah.
Ooh.
More like a
David, write that down.
subscription only. How about that? I've got an idea. Let's do that.
Okay.
When you get the insiders,
A little, yeah.
Around 10
cable
after
10
dark.
insiders, strictly.
Be a good moneymaker.
Yeah,
We're up for that. Do you have a favorite time of year that you like to go on vacation?
I do. I do love the fall. Fall break. I think I heard you say I have kids in the Frankfort
Love it.
Independent Schools. A
Yeah.
3-week fall break. I know some people think that's a little long, but hey, I like it that we can. You're not confined to that 1 week, but
Yeah.
right.
we
Yeah.
typically go somewhere sunny and beach related
Yeah.
in the fall because particularly if later in the year it's not as crowded
Right.
and the
Yeah.
water's still warm
Yeah.
and the temperatures are still
Exactly.
nice. So it's the
Well,
fall.
You know, that's the advantage because those kids start school August 1st and they're in until like the second week in June.
Right, we miss out on some of the summer.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the advantage. I know a lot of people in the Northeast, they take the August off.
Yeah.
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 I-
And that,
Not
well, they don't
here.
start until like next week. Some don't start till after Labor Day.
I'd make
Right.
the trade. I would take that trade
Yeah.
if it's up to me. I'm taking 3 weeks in
They
fall.
get 3
And
weeks in
3
the fall,
weeks in
3
the
weeks in the
spring.
spring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like any time.
I
Any,
like it.
I will make any. If I can go somewhere, any season's good.
Same.
All right.
We appreciate you being
course.
here as always.
Happy
Keep us
Labor
up.
Day, everyone, and look forward to the next time, and we'll share some more good news.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see you out. There's lots of stuff. We're going to tell everybody all the things that are coming up in town over this weekend, this long weekend. So I'm sure you'll be out and about.
I will.
All right. Thanks,
Bye.
Mayor, for coming in.